You know that feeling, right? You've got this perfect image in your head. You type a prompt into an AI art generator, and what comes back is, well, it's cool, but it's just not it. It's this mix of pure magic and, honestly, total frustration. Well, today, we're going to talk about the tech that is fixing that exact problem for good. So, yeah, let's get right into it. AI's control problem. Because the issue isn't that these tools aren't powerful enough, is that they lack precision. We've got all this horsepower, but no good way to steer. I mean, it really does feel like a fight sometimes, doesn't it? You type something, get a result. You tweak a word, get another result. You add photorealistic, you try a different angle, and you're just wrestling with the machine, hoping it finally understands the picture that's so clear in your mind. Okay, perfect example. You ask for a giant deer, and you get this. And hey, don't get me wrong, this is a gorgeous image, but what if you wanted that deer in, say, a snowy forest, and not, chilling in the Roman Forum? That's where the fight starts. And this really gets to the heart of the limitation here. Text prompts are amazing, but they just can't easily tell the AI about a specific pose or a really particular layout. They're fantastic for describing what you want, but they're not so great at defining exactly where and how things should be placed. But what if you didn't have to just use words? What if you could literally hand the AI a blueprint? Well, let's talk about the solution because it's a huge deal. It's called ControlNet. So instead of just telling the AI what to draw, imagine showing it. And I'm not talking about some complex 3D model. I'm talking about something as simple as this: a basic stick figure, a human pose, and then letting the AI build a stunning, realistic image right on top of it. And boom, this is the magic right here. On the left, you've got that super simple pose map, and on the right, the final image from the AI. Just look at how precise that is. The pose, the way the hands are, the tilt of the head, it's a perfect match. But it's a totally new, incredible image. This is the control we've all been waiting for. So your first question is probably my first question. How on earth does this work? How do you add this kind of pinpoint control to a gigantic AI model without, completely breaking it? Well, the idea behind it is actually incredibly smart and really kind of elegant. Instead of trying to rebuild a massive model like Stable Diffusion from scratch, ControlNet just adds a new intelligent piece on top. It's all about adding, not replacing. And this is the absolute best way to think about it. You've got this massive, powerful engine. That's Stable Diffusion. It's been trained on billions of images. It's got all the raw power to make amazing art. ControlNet, that's the steering wheel. It doesn't replace the engine, it just gives you, the artist, a way to tell that engine exactly where you want it to go. So how do you hook up this new steering wheel? The method is genius. First, you lock down the original model. You don't touch that engine at all, so all its incredible knowledge stays safe. Second, you make a copy of its layers. This is the part that's going to learn the new skill. And third, and this is the most important part, you connect the two with what they call a safe connection. Now that safe connection is a clever little trick called zero convolutions. Okay, stick with me here. Basically, these are special layers that start out with absolutely zero influence. What that really means is when you first start training, ControlNet can't mess with the original model at all. It can't add any weirdness or bad ideas. It just sits there and learns its job safely, without any risk of damaging that powerful engine. It's just a brilliant solution. All right, so we've got this super safe, super powerful steering wheel attached to our AI engine. So now for the fun part. What can we actually do with this thing? Well, turns out a lot. Let's check out some examples. You can feed it something that looks like a technical drawing, right? This is a Canny edge map of an apple, and it just turns it into this perfect, photorealistic red apple. The structure is locked in, but the style, the texture, the lighting, that's all new. And it's not just for simple stuff. Same idea here. You take this rough outline of a bird's head, and you get back this absolutely incredible eagle, with every single feather rendered perfectly, all while sticking to that original shape. Okay, and this is where it gets really wild. It can take something totally abstract, like the famous Rubens vase optical illusion, and use that shape to create a completely new scene. In this case, a grand, majestic hall. This proves it's not just tracing lines, it's actually understanding form. And the list of what it can understand just keeps going. Your own hand-drawn sketches, depth maps for 3D control, segmentation maps to tell it what's what, even just simple straight lines for architecture. And get this, You can even combine them, using a pose and a depth map at the exact same time. The flexibility is just unreal. So, yeah, it's pretty clear this is way more than just another cool feature. What we're looking at here is a fundamental shift, a real game changer in how we actually talk to and direct these crazy powerful AI models. And you don't have to take my word for it. The data is just, well, look at it. They did a study where they asked people to rate different tools. ControlNet absolutely crushed it. For result quality, a 4.22 out of 5. And for how well it actually followed the sketch, even higher, a 4.28. I mean, the competition wasn't even in the same league. And the quality is just top tier. The researchers themselves said that their results are right up there with these massive industrial scale models, the kind that get trained on huge, expensive supercomputers. But here is the absolute kicker. This is the part that changes everything. They did all this, training ControlNet on a single, normal, consumer-grade GPU. This isn't some secret weapon locked away in a Google data center. This is a breakthrough that makes professional-level creative control accessible to pretty much anyone. So what does this all really mean? It means, for the very first time, the steering wheel is just as good as the engine. By giving artists and designers and every creator out there this precise, intuitive way to guide AI, the wall between your imagination and your final creation, it's basically gone. So the only question left is, now that we can steer, what new worlds are we going to go create?